Okay, weekend Wumpa time. Hello, hello, hello? Hey, what's up, Twitch fiends and YouTuberinos? This is Rayjay2 here. This is weekend Wumpa time. Gonna be grinding out coins in preparation for the next Grand Prix that's coming out next week. Best to get coins on the weekend. Hopefully we can get a lobby that won't drop out on me. Gonna bring along some recreational reading material today. Let's see what we got here. Mythology. Dark Shy Guy, where'd you go? Here we go. Halo, The Fall of Reach. If I can get it on my bookshelf. Should have got this before I started to stream. Oh, I hope things don't fall and crash. Alright. Shoot. Closet's a mess. Ugh. Alright, got my recreational reading material here while waiting for match. It's Halo, The Fall of Reach. Here we go. We're gonna get our first race. Gonna be voting for the tracks with the most coins. Biggest coin payout. Alright. They stand alone, undaunted, before the mightiest enemy in the universe. But these are no ordinary men. They are Spartans. Plumb the thrilling depths of Halo as secrets unfold and the action begins. Halo, The Fall of Reach by Eric Nyland. This book is really old. It's starting to turn yellow, like one of those books you find in the library. I bought this when Halo 2 was out. Years before the game Halo Reach even came out. Retconned a lot of things in this book. So dusty. Ugh. Oh. Not bad. First place for the first race. Hopefully this will end up running smooth. Happy Apple Day. Damp car 1831-3381 and liquid mercury. A bunch of rewards. Today or tomorrow is the last day of the Grand Prix. See if I can get the last few rewards without paying for it. And I guess read more of my book, Halo: The Fall of Reach, the official prequel to the award-winning Xbox game by Ballantine Books, Del Rey, under the category Science Fiction. I guess Tiny Arena is the... No, I guess we're not playing anything. Alright. Halo: The Fall of Reach. Where's the first, Copyright 2001. Wow, this came out pretty much with the first game, I think. Ah, there's a prologue, okay. And there's an actual chapter. Prologue. 0500 hours. February. Oh, here we go. Engine Labs, Engine Labs. Come on. Whatever. Alright. Prologue. 0500 hours. February 12th. 2535. Military calendar. Lambda Serpentis System. Jericho 7 Theater of Operations. The prologue will have to begin soonish. In Ring Rally, activate the Thing Ring to do your thing. I'm gonna start reading my book all the way up to the loading, all the way up to the actual race, because there is a lot of waiting. Even this, you can only skip this track cutscene if everyone in the lobby has it set to skip, which I don't, so I must be ruining it for everyone.
See you at the finish line.
Usually tends to be the case that not everyone has it turned on. Yeah. Oh no.
Coming at you full speed. See you at the finish line. Oh, really?
Oh man. It's one of the worst runs I've ever had on this track.
Did you even try?
Still gotta practice maintaining blue fire on this level. 400 coins, yes. Right. I bet I could read this entire novel in the time it takes between races. Prologue. 0500 hours. February 12th, 2535, military calendar. Lambda Serpentis System, Jericho 7, Theater of Operations. Contact. All teams stand by. Enemy contact. My position. The chief knew there were probably more than 100 of them. Motion sensors were off the scale. He wanted to see them for himself, though his training made that lesson clear. Machines break. Eyes don't. The 4 Spartans that comprised of Blue Team covered his back, standing absolutely silent and immobile in their Mjolnir combat armor. Someone had once commended that they looked like Greek war gods in the armor, but his Spartans were far more effective and ruthless than Homer's gods had ever been. He snaked the fiber optic probe up and over the 3-meter-high stone ridge. When it was in place, the chief linked it to his helmet's heads-up display. On the other side, he saw a valley with eroded rock walls and a river meandering through it. Encamped along the banks as far as he could see were grunts. The Covenant used these stocky aliens as cannon fodder. They stood a meter tall and wore armored environment suits that replicated the atmosphere of their frozen homeworld. They reminded the chief of biped dogs, not only in appearance, but because of their speech. Even with the new translation software, was an odd combination of high-pitched squeaks, guttural barks, and growls. I read the first page of my novel.
See you at the finish line.
Just in time, too. What's that? Shortcut? I think I passed it.
Coming at you full speed. Little something for you. Coming through.
Ah, that guy knows the shortcut. I don't have it memorized yet.
Better luck next
Oh
time.
well. Figure it out at some point. Can't beat the juice. 530 coins, oh yeah. This is why I play on the weekend. Halo. The Fall of Reach. Page 2. Prologue chapter. They were about as smart as dogs, too, but what they lacked in brain power, they made up for in sheer tenacity. Oh. See, let's vote on a track first. Oh, I guess we're gonna play Tiny Arena. He had seen them hurl themselves at their enemies until the ground was piled high with their corpses, and their opponents had depleted their ammunition. These grunts were— oh, damn it, this is why I have my book. These grunts were unusually well armed. Needlers, plasma pistols, and there were 4 stationary plasma cannons. Those could be a problem. One other problem, there were easily 1,000 of them. This operation had to go off without a hitch. Blue Team's mission was to draw out the Covenant rearguard and let Red Team slip in through the confusion. Red Team would then plant a Havoc tactical nuke. When the next Covenant ship landed, dropped its shields, and started to unload its troops, they'd get a 30 megaton surprise. The Chief detached the optics and took a step back from the rock wall. He passed the tactical information along to his team over a secure comm channel. 4 of us, Blue 2 whispered over the link. And 1,000 of them? Piss poor odds for the little guys. Blue 2, the Chief said, I want you up with those jackhammer launchers. Take out the cannons and soften the rest of them. Blue 3 and 5, you follow me up. We're on crowd control. Blue 4, you get the welcome mat ready. Understood? 4 blue lights winked on his heads-up display as his team acknowledged the orders. Then I got ready for the race.
See you at the finish line. Oh yeah. Coming through. Did you even try? Ooh, this looks fun. Coming at you full speed.
Oops. Track needs a lot of work. But whatever.
Nice.
Just want those fat stacks of coins. Alright. Now, the thrilling continuation of the prologue of Halo, The Fall of Reach. Right after I vote on a track. Did everyone leave? No. Do the joyride level. On my mark, the chief crouched and readied himself. Mark! Blue 2 leaped gracefully atop the ridge, 3 meters straight up. There was no sound as the half-ton of Mjolnir armor and Spartan landed on the limestone. She hefted one launcher and ran along the ridge. She was the fastest Spartan on the Chief's team. He was confident those grunts wouldn't be able to track her for the 3 seconds she'd be exposed. In quick succession, Blue 2 emptied both of the jackhammer's tubes, dropped one launcher, and then fired the other rockets just as fast. The shells streaked into the grunt's formation and detonated. One of the stationary guns flipped over, engulfed in the blast, and the gunner was flung to the ground. She ditched the launcher, jumped up, jumped down, rolled once, and was back on her feet, running at top speed to the fallback point. The Chief, Blue 3, and Blue 5 leaped to the top of the ridge. The Chief switched to infrared to cut through the clouds of dust and propellant exhaust just in time to see the second salvo of jackhammers strike their targets. Ooh. What an intense description of firing rockets in Halo. Am I right?
See you at the finish line.
Bad start.
Oh, really? Coming at you full speed. Watch out. Did you even try?
Just getting wrecked. Oh my god, so frustrating. I'm not... How are you supposed to go fast? Everyone's always hitting you.
See you at the finish line. Oh, really?
Am I even gonna be able to finish? Okay, no! Oh, I thought I beat her. I thought I got fourth. Oh. If I didn't get smashed that whole race, I would have gotten a good track. A good time, maybe. Oh. So what was going on? Shot a couple rockets or something. Two consecutive blasts. No. Two consecutive blossoms of flash, fire, and thunder decimated the front ranks of the grunt guards. And most importantly, turned the last of the plasma cannons into smoldering wreckage. Tubes, hyperspace, engine labs, let's go! I want a track. It's my favorite track. Nobody disconnect here. The Chief and the others opened fire with their MA-5B assault rifles. Full automatic 15 rounds per second. Armor-piercing bullets tore into the aliens, breaching their environment suits and sparking the methane tanks they carried. Flame traced wild arcs as the wounded grunts ran in confusion and pain. Finally, the grunts realized what was happening, and where this attack was coming from. They regrouped and emerged en masse. An earthquake vibration through the ground and shook the porous stone beneath the chief's boots. The three Spartans exhausted their AP clips, and then, in unison, switched to shredder rounds. They fired into the tide of creatures as they surged forward. Line after line of them dropped. Scores more just trampled their fallen comrades. Explosive needles bounced off the chief's armor, detonating as they hit the ground. He saw the flash of a plasma bolt, sidestepped, and heard the air crackle where he had stood a split second before. Inbound Covenant air support, Blue 4 reported over the comm link. ETA is 2 minutes, Chief. And this race is happening right now.
See you at the finish line.
Come get me, I'm pro sometimes. Oh, you're not gonna like this. Shit. Lost blue fire. Oh, what the fuck? Alright. Second place, not so bad.
Coming at you full speed.
Fort Worth Cowboy, interesting name. Let's do Cortex Castle. Right, we got, where did I leave off here? Inbound Covenant air support. Blue 4 reported over the comm link. ETA is 2 minutes, Chief. Roger that, he said. Blue 3 and 5. Maintain fire for 5 seconds, then fall back. Mark. Their status lights winked once, acknowledging his order. The grunts were 3 meters from the wall. The chief tossed 2 grenades. He, Blue, and Blue 5 backwards off the ridge, landed, spun, and ran. 2 dulls reverberated through the ground. Squeals and barks of the incoming grunts, however, drowned out the noise of the exploding grenades. The chief and his team sprinted down the sandstone slope in 32 seconds flat. They ended abruptly, a sheer drop of 200 meters straight into the ocean. Blue 4 voice crackled over the comm channel. Welcome mat is laid out, Chief. Ready when you are. Oh. Here we go.
See you at the finish line.
Oh.
Whoops.
Yes, got him. That's right. Back there.
Oh yeah.
Ah, crap.
Watch out.
Oh, you've got to be joking. We're an ugly run anyway.
Better luck next time.
I could probably easily fill up that bar if I actually did the challenges. See if I can finish that up after the Wumpa time. I'm gonna have to get that hard wire because my stream is so far behind right now. It's gotta be that Wi-Fi lag or something. Getting to like almost a whole minute behind. Alright, I don't want to do this track again, but I guess I'm gonna have to practice it. Oh. The grunts looked like a living carpet of steel blue skin, claws, and chrome weapons. Some ran on all fours up the slope. They barked and howled, baying for the Spartans' blood. Roll out the carpet, the chief told Blue 4. The hill exploded. Plumes of pulverized sandstone and fire and smoke hurled skyward. The Spartans had buried a spiderweb pattern of Lotus anti-tank mines earlier that morning. Sand and bits of metal pinged off of the chief's helmet. The chief and his team opened fire again, picking off the remaining grunts that were still alive and struggling to stand. Alright. Let's get this track going.
Watch out.
Oh shit, what am I doing? I'm thinking here. Yes,
luck
got
next
some
time.
decent blue fire. Everyone disconnected. No wonder I won. Must have been angry that I was beating them. Obviously. Gonna have to find another lobby. That's what I thought. Let me back in. Okay. This is the actual reason why I brought my book. Now where am I? Where am I? The chief and his team opened fire again, picking off the remaining grunts that were still alive and struggling to stand. His motion detector flashed a warning. There were incoming projectiles high at 2 o'clock, velocities at over 100 kilometers per hour. 5 Covenant Banshee flyers appeared over the ridge. New contacts, all teams, open fire, he barked. Spartans, without hesitation, fired on the alien flyers. Bullet hits pinged from the flyers' armor. Oops. It would take a very lucky shot to take out the anti-grav pods on the end of the craft's stubby meter-long wings. The fire got the aliens' attention, however. Lances of fire slashed from the Banshee's gun ports. The chief dove and rolled to his feet. Sandstone exploded where he had stood only an instant before. Globules of molten glass sprayed the Spartans. The Banshees screamed over their heads, then banked sharply for another pass. Blue 3, Blue 5, Theta maneuver, the chief called out. Blue 3 and 5 gave him the thumbs up signal. They regrouped at the edge of the cliff and clipped onto the steel cables that dangled down the length of the rock wall. "Did you set up the foul gases with fire or shrapnel?" the chief asked. "Both," Blue 3 replied. "Good." The chief grabbed the detonators. "Cover me." The 4 gases were never meant to take down flying targets. The Spartans had put them up there to mop up the grunts. In the field, though, you had to improvise. Another tenet of their training: adapt or die. This one. The Banshees formed a flying V and swooped towards them, almost brushing the ground. The Spartans opened fire. Bolts of superheated plasma from the Banshees punctuated the air. The chief dodged to the right, then to the left. He ducked. Their aim was getting better. The Banshees were 100 meters away, then 50 meters. Their plasma weapons might recycle fast enough to get another shot, and at this range, the chief wouldn't be dodging. The Spartans jumped backwards off the cliff, guns still blazing. The chief jumped too, and hit the detonators. The 10 foul gases, each a steel barrel filled with napalm and spent AP and shredder casings, had been buried a few meters from the edge of the cliff, their mouths angled up at 30 degrees. When the grenades at the bottom of the barrels exploded, it made one hell of a barbecue out of anything that got in their way. The Spartans slammed into the side of the cliff. The steel cables they were attached to twanged taut. A wave of heat and pressure washed over them. A heartbeat later, 5 flaming banshees hurled over their heads, leaving thick trails of black smoke as they arced into the water. They splashed down, then vanished beneath the emerald waves. The Spartans hung there for a moment, waiting and watching with their assault rifles trained on the water. Alright, we're doing this level. Let's go!
Whoops.
Uh-oh, shouldn't have wasted my potion. Oh no, I need that potion for the shortcut. Go! I'm not gonna make it. Second place. Xbox Pistol Pete. Alright. Halo. The Fall of Reach. The official prequel to the award-winning Xbox game. Prologue Chapter, page 6. Let's see. No survivors surfaced. They rappelled down to the beach and rendezvoused with Blue 2 and 4. Red Team reports mission objective achieved, Chief Blue 2 said. They send their compliments. It's hardly going to balance the scales, Blue 3 muttered and kicked the sand. Not like those grunts when they slaughtered the 105th Drop Jet Platoon. They should suffer just as much as those guys did. The chief had nothing to say to that. It wasn't his job to make things suffer. He was just here to win battles, whatever it took. Blue 2, the chief said. Get me an uplink. Aye aye. She patched him into the SATCOM system. Mission accomplished, Captain DeBlanc, the chief reported. Enemy neutralized. Excellent news, the captain said. He sighed and added, But we're pulling you out, Chief. Well, we're just getting warmed up down here, sir. Well, it's a different story up here. Move out for pickup ASAP. Understood, sir. The chief killed the uplink. He told his team, "He's over, Spartans. Dust off in 15." They jogged double quick up the 10 kilometers of the beach and returned to the dropship, a Pelican, scuffed and dented from 3 days of hard fighting. They boarded, and the ship's engines whined to life. Pretty whiny engines, if you ask me. 3, 2, 1, jungle level.
Oh, really?
Come away, Bob Marley. Uh-oh.
Little something for you. Coming at you full speed.
Damn it.
Better luck next time.
Whatever, I'll take it. I beat Xbox Pistol Pete and Bob Marley. Is that all? Isn't that what really matters? Yes, I got the hasty sticker. One more left and I can get that costume. Ugly costume. Yet I must have it somehow. Blue 2 took off her helmet and scratched the stubble of her brown hair. "It's a shame to leave this place," she said, and leaned against the porthole. "There are so few left." The chief stood by her and glanced out as they lifted into the air. There were wide rolling plains of palm grass, the green expanse of an ocean, a wispy band of clouds in the sky, and setting red suns. "There will be other places to fight for," he said. Oh. My game just crashed. Tiny Temple, let's go. Blue Fire Playground, let's go. Yes. "Will there?" she whispered. The Pelican ascended rapidly through the atmosphere. The sky darkened, and soon only stars surrounded them. "I got a message from Bob Marley." Oh my lordy-loo. I'm not gonna check it. It's gonna interrupt my stream. Okay. Oh wait, that's a loading screen. Still have time to read. In orbit, there were dozens of frigates, destroyers, and 2 massive carriers. Every ship had carbon scoring and holes peppering their hulls. They were all maneuvering to break orbit. They docked in the port bay of the UNSC destroyer Resolute. Despite being surrounded by 2 meters of titanium A battle plates and an array of modern weapons, the chief preferred The chief preferred to have his feet on the ground, with real gravity and real atmosphere to breathe, a place where he was in control, and where his life wasn't held in the hands of anonymous pilots. A ship just wasn't home. The battlefield was. Damn! Dude's hardcore. Hardcore. The hell, did that guy back up? The hell?
Finish line. Little something for you.
Seriously, no one hit the box?
Watch out.
Sorry, Star Fox 64.
Coming at you full speed.
Oh man, that was my blue fire. Oh, what a crap piece of crap. Don't.
Better luck next time.
Oh, that's Scar Fox 64, not Bob yeah, not Star Fox. Weekend Wumpa time. Is it still going? I've been playing for an hour, 70 minutes now. The Weekend Wumpa time, in case you didn't know, is a double coin boost that you get for 30 minutes. 30 minutes only counts during like actual racing time. So if you get 3 minutes on a track, that's 3 minutes of your Wumpa time, so the faster you go, the more time bonus you can possibly get. Alright, the chief is the battlefield. Or what's going on? The chief rode the elevator to the bridge to make his report, taking advantage of the momentary respite to read Red Team's after-action report in his display. As predicted, the Spartans of Red, Blue, and Green teams, augmenting 3 divisions of battle-hardened UNSC Marines, had stalled a Covenant ground advance. Casualty figures were still coming in, but on the ground at least, the alien forces had been completely stonewalled. A moment later, the lift doors parted, and he stepped on the rubberized deck. He He snapped a crisp salute to Captain DeBlanc. Sir, reporting as ordered. The junior bridge officers took a step back from the chief. They weren't used to seeing a Spartan in full Mjolnir armor up close. Most line troops had never even seen a Spartan. The ghostly, iridescent green of the armor plates and the matte black layers underneath made him look part gladiator, part machine. Or perhaps to the bridge crew, he looked as alien as the Covenant. The view screens showed stars, and Jericho 7's 4 silver moons. At extreme range, a small constellation of stars drifted closer. The captain waved the chief closer as he stared at that cluster of stars. The rest of the battle group, "It's happening again." "Request permission to remain on the bridge, sir," the chief said. "I want to see it this time, sir."
Coming at you
Let's
full
go.
speed.
Oh, I got a party invite. Gonna have to actually join that one. Right after this track is done, of course.
Coming at you full speed.
Oh no. Oh, I still had enough boost. Yeah, let's go. First
Better
place.
luck next time.
Yeah. Alright, let's see what this person wants here. Yo. Hey, what's up? Oh yes, I am broadcast. I want to do it on the weekends, or not on the. I want to do it all the time, but I'm also reading Halo: The Fall of Reach. It's kind of hilarious in between races.
Yeah,
I want to read Moby Dick, but I need a hard copy.
you should. You
Oh, what's
probably
up?
in between races have more time to read that while waiting for Q. Overwatch.
In Overwatch, you want to play Overwatch?
Yeah, for a little bit.
Okay, here, let me stop the broadcast, use the bathroom, and I'll probably broadcast some more if you're down.
Now everyone knows you use the bathroom.
Yes, everyone knows I use the bathroom. I have plenty of coins for the next Grand Prix. So I'll stop the stream for about 5-10 minutes and I will be right back in Overwatch. Alright, I'm gonna do that now.